I'll be honest, I'm a tad bit triggered right now because straight up in my own home church, they just made someone a pastor 4 years after he got his girlfriend pregnant. Well, was that a pattern or was that a one-off? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've heard some wild stories of men that I remember there was a close friend of mine. Y'all going to think this is a lie, but I believe this dude because I knew this dude inside and out. I had a friend of mine that was dating a girl and didn't have the best boundaries and got her pregnant. And he claimed, and I believed him, that they didn't even fully do the deed or finish. That's what he claimed.
Let me put the head in.
Oh, why you do that?
I don't need more than that, baby. I respect the cat. That man thinking on some Mormon vibes.
What is that? What do they call that?
Soaking.
So that's what my friend claimed. Now again, I tend to, and we we were like, you did what? And he was like, bro, I'm telling you, I didn't even. And we're like,
this is
what?
not how it works, dog.
No, you can get somebody you can totally get. That was like Sex Ed 101. What are you talking about?
Yeah. No. I thought he was saying he didn't put it in.
No, he said that.
So he stopped and was like, no, babe, we can't.
And allegedly, she got pregnant. From that. That's what he claimed. That was a story he was. And at that point, we were like, they were getting married. They were engaged. We were like, oh, like, yeah, man, like you gotta take I forgot what he was doing in ministry at the time. We were like, you gotta sit for a while, but you're about to get married and have a baby, and you know what I mean. So she was like pregnant at their wedding.
Go work construction.
But it's technically possible. So I'm just saying, yeah. I've seen situations like that.
Every time you have sex, there's a 0% chance you will have a baby.
Yes.
So
yes,
just throwing that out there, guys.
Yes. Does that sound outlandish, huh? When I say that out loud, personally, it just sounds crazy because if a church headship is supposed to reflect God's authority, why would we even then allow these people to be placed in spiritual authority over Christ's body? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, but you feel like 4 years ago he fornicated. Let me see. Alec is rightfully triggered. I'm trying to see the specifics of the situation. He's saying 4 years ago, made someone a pastor.
He's a 3-year-old.
4 years after he got his girlfriend pregnant. Are they together? Are they married? Are they a happy family now? Is there more kids?
It's kind of what
that all plays into it, right?
Yeah. Where was he? Where was his walk with the Lord back then? Was he like newly saved? Maybe he was saved 6 years ago.
If he's
2 years into his Christian journey, messes up, gets a girl pregnant, but then marries her. 4 years of discipleship, growth, development.
Yes.
1 year into having a 1-year-old, he goes, I want to go to seminary, or I want to go to pastoral leadership development, and then does that, and 3 years in, I don't know. I don't know. Here's what I'm saying.
You referencing that Kendrick song is still doing a number on me, by the way. I just want you to know. I can't believe you said that.
Hey, here's
that's
what I'm saying.
Crazy.
If you're gonna do some, if you're gonna slip up, do it before you're in ministry.
You shouldn't slip up.
I'm not saying do it as in like go out and do the thing. I'm just saying when I hear someone that had issues before ministry and then they're in ministry, I'm kind of like, that's kind of every pastor's story.
Yeah.
Is like, oh, I was doing cocaine.
Sure.
Sure. I was doing cocaine and straight Wolf of Wall Street, and now I'm a pastor. It's like, that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
That being said, like, don't have those things being too close to your
CP with the random statistics.
Yeah.
97% of Christians had sex before their marriage. I don't know about that one.
97?
That's a high percentage. That's a high percentage.
I always knew it was in the top 3%. Just kidding.
I mean, I feel like there's quite a few people that we personally know. It's probably more likely we're virgins. Like virgins just gonna rock out and just stay virgins until they're married.
True. Okay, that makes sense.
Right?
That makes sense.
Especially with he's quoting Pew Research, which is like everyone's a Christian in Pew Research. 80% of American is a Christian according to Pew Research. Don't give me Pew Research.
Biden loves Jesus.
Yeah, Biden loves Jesus and is a great Catholic according to Pew Research. I want actual statistics of people who practice their faith and which percentage of them end up fornicating before they're married.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 97%. That's a crazy number, CP. Knocked up his girlfriend, but because he said sorry and some prayers, dude's life is paid for. Sounds like he was just working on his testimony. Alec, you didn't answer any of my other questions. Did they get married? Did they have a family? Like, I need more information.
What is no real world job? Was he self-employed?
That sounds like there's some nepotism involved. That sounds like they had a baby before married. Has me straight up in my ways. All I've sinned. I don't like when we tear apart Christians that slip and fall. I was on the receiving end of that, and it caused me to walk away from the church for years. Well, to be fair, I think there's this chasm of a difference, Righteous Rebel Media, between being in ministry as a pastor and being in church walking with Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a big difference, bro. So if you're out here leading a church or leading a full-on ministry and you're just smashing your girlfriend, like that's not cool.
Yeah, it's not
that
cool.
ain't it. That ain't it. So you should be shut down. Now, if you're, hey, I'm barely hanging on to Jesus and I'm like, I was living with my girlfriend before. Now we're in church together. We're trying to figure it out. That's a totally different situation. So I'm not trying to over nuance it. Like, I'm really not. I'm just saying, like, you do enough life with people and you figure out people's lives are messy. I remember there was a couple that was living together. And I've known this couple forever. They were living together and they were living together and fornicating. And then they were in church. And I was like, okay, they're in church. They're coming around. I'm going to have to say something.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know my standard. Like, I'm not on no, like, you just going to be sleeping with your girlfriend and it's all good. Ruslan ain't going to say nothing to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say something.
Yeah.
And I remember going, you know what? Before I say something, let me just start praying for him. So I started praying for him. God, convict him. God, reveal yourself to, you know? And I'm not exaggerating. This is one of those, like, this is why you should document your prayers and remember your prayers straight up. Because I wrote this down. And I remember, I'm talking within a week tops, they come to us and go, hey guys, we're going to get married. Here's a wedding invitation. But like, before we have our wedding, we're just going to go to courthouse and get married because we know we're in sin. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. Because I was actually,
you a whole conversation.
I was going to have to sit y'all down and tell y'all can't be out here just humping, you know? And so I'm just saying, the Ruslan is chaperone. Life gets messy with people, and there's just differences. I agree that if you're in ministry out here just humping your girlfriend, you're out of control.
Yeah.
You're wilding. Like, you're wilding out, right? You can't do that.
Humping your girlfriend?
Married after the baby came, another baby on the way, saved for 6 years. My church buying mad grifters lately makes me, brother, it sounds like you got to go to another church, respectfully. This man's out here triggered.
Yeah,
you know
it sounds like a you problem.
So,
sounds like a little bit of both, maybe. Like, at best, you lost respect for your church, in which you probably need another church home.
CP said Ruslan a professional blocker. 150%.
Yeah.
150%. You involved in any type of service, leadership? Yes. Yes. I'm blocking. You claim Jesus and you just, yes, I'm blocking. Yes. Absolutely. We're all humans, even the elected person will slip up here and there. Should we put pastors above regular other people that don't sin? Yes, pastors are held to a different standard.
Yeah,
pastors are held to a different standard, for sure. What about people say the church but are in secret sin? Should they be excommunicated? No, Jonathan, we're not talking about excommunication. That's like, I like how the labels of everything. We're not talking about excommunication. We're talking about sat down from positions of leadership.
Yeah.
If you're passing out bulletins, it's not the same as you teaching on a Sunday morning.
You're saying welcome.
Yeah, like they're not the same thing. I mean, not the same thing. I can't say CO blocker. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. All right, let me know what you think about that in the comments section. And it would be remiss of me to not tell you about our biggest sale of the year, our Father's Day sale happening right now. You can get our brand new Bless God Prayer Journal at the cheapest price it's ever been, as well as some pretty fire priest, provider, protector launch that's perfect for the husband, the father, or the mentor in your life. So go to blessgod.shop and pick up something right now. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.